Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, September 24th, 2015. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Christine Humphreys. In today's headlines, a VA enrollment event on Friday, elevator malfunction across campus, and players who hit referee will remain in alternative school. Now, today's top story, there's a Veterans Affairs benefit enrollment event tomorrow from 3 to 6 p.m. under the Big Pavilion at Stephenville City Park. Veterans in the area are invited to come and sign up. Representatives from the DAV and the American Legion will be there to assist. Rachel Tuggle interviewed Veterans Service Officer Tammy Barker for details.
The importance of Friday's event is to enroll eligible veterans in VA healthcare. VA healthcare is their benefit that they earned while they served our country in the military. It's important that they enroll in VA healthcare because of the Affordable Care Act. It is so that they're not penalized when they file their tax returns. And as we all know, the Affordable Care Act is very expensive, and VA healthcare is free to eligible veterans. And we have about 2,200 veterans in the Erath County area, and according to VA healthcare, there's only about 500 enrolled veterans in VA healthcare. There is an initiative in this area to try and get a VA clinic or a healthcare system here. And with the low numbers that we have enrolled, that will never happen. So we need to increase the numbers of veterans enrolled in VA healthcare, and so that's what we are trying to do on Friday, is increase our numbers so that we may possibly get some VA healthcare in this area. So we want everyone to come out and get enrolled. And all veterans need to bring if they're not currently enrolled in VA healthcare, we need them to bring their discharge papers, their DD-214, last year's income, and their spouses, if they have a spouse.
In campus news, you know what they say, what goes up must come down. Unfortunately, that isn't the case with Tarleton's elevators these days. Reports of malfunctioning elevators are coming from all across the Stephenville campus. Philip Mullen has the quick report.
Many of Tarleton State University's elevators have been put out of order recently. This has happened at least 13 times in the past 2 months alone. 5 of those 13 instances happened to the elevators within the newest dorms on campus, Integrity and Heritage. The TSU Control Center sends out emails to the faculty, staff, and students whenever an elevator is put out of order. When an elevator goes out of service, it can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days to get it back up and running. The TSU Control Center sends out a follow-up email whenever an elevator is fixed.
In sports news, a Texas high school football coach says he directed 2 of his players to hit a referee during a game early this month. The Associated Press reports that John Jay High School principal Robert Harris of San Antonio said assistant Mac Breed directed players to hit the referee. Breed claimed he did so because the ref used racial slurs and had missed calls. Details from the statement were first reported Wednesday by ESPN. The referee, Robert Watts, has denied using any slurs. The 2 suspended students, Michael Moreno and Victor Rojas, appeared Wednesday at separate disciplinary hearings which were closed to the public. According to their attorney, Jesse Hernandez, both were ordered to complete 75 days in alternative school before returning to their regular classes January 15th. During an appearance last week on ABC's Good Morning America, Moreno said he regretted hitting Watts and wanted to apologize. Rojas said he was just doing what he was told. And now, news from around the world from the Associated Press News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. High school students in Washington State gave Chinese President Xi Jinping a football and a personalized jersey during his visit to their school. The day was filled with public appearances in the area for Xi and the First Lady, who met with Bill and Melinda Gates earlier in the day. A rape investigation involving Chicago Blackhawks star Patrick Kane took a bizarre turn on Wednesday, after prosecutors said an empty bag that once held the woman's rape kit had been secretly placed in the doorway of her mother's home. Kane's attorney called the bag a fabricated red herring and said he hasn't heard any facts that support their claim. Parents of 43 college students who disappeared last year in Mexico began a 43-hour fast on Wednesday. They are demanding an independent investigation and want the people responsible to be punished. Pope Francis had a private meeting on Wednesday with the Little Sisters of the Poor, a religious order that is suing the Obama administration over the Affordable Care Act. A Vatican spokesman says the Pope made the visit between his public events to show support for the religious order. Krista Fourier, Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
And finally, fall is in the air. According to weather.com, look for temperatures in the high 80s and lows in the mid 60s throughout the weekend. Today's broadcast was produced by Philip Mullen, Rachel Tuggle, and Justin Pack. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I am Christine Humphreys. Tune in daily for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.